Right, devlog number 6. Um, I'm scared to say too much has changed because that's like the opening for every one of these logs so far. But I guess that's process of learning. The more you learn, the more you want to do better. So I want to take this video to take a look at this squid enemy that I had that was initially planned to go into water. But then I realized for water to be effective, I need to add some sort of change to the player behavior, and I don't want to do that. Not that I can't. I mean, I can YouTube and Google and figure something out and get it sort of working, but I want to stop expanding the scope of the game. So on my trailer board, we can see a lot of stuff happening here. I've got a to-do section that keeps on growing and a done section that keeps on growing, but it sort of feels like a endless uphill battle. So I've moved a ton of stuff to nice to have, and I've put a few things back into do and completed a few things. So I'm feeling pretty good about this, and I think it's time for me to clamp the scope permanently. So this on the to-do list is all that there will be feature-wise. The main focus here you can see is design. Design. Some sound effects are missing. Wow, that's a loud car. Come on. Anyway, I'm not going to restart the recording just for that. It's a little ambiance. Right, so the squid that's now floating. I thought it's an alien planet, so squids can float. They don't have to swim, I guess. So there is our floating squid. I redrew the character, gave him an extra animation, so he looks a bit more like it's sort of, moving. And the idea is when the player reaches the detection zone of this player, he's simply going to drop something from the sky. And that I'm just going to use as a little extra hazard for the player. And that's it. So let's see if I can get this working. I have something similar working to the left here, a little spitter enemy. So I'm going to try and reuse some of this logic. If I jump in his detection zone, he spits out a projectile. So I'm going to do the same thing for this guy. I can kill him, but he just respawns. So that's sort of the plan here. One thing that I am thinking of adding is a player bounce zone, like the Mario Brothers, right? So you jump on the head and it kills the enemy. But that's maybe not something that I will be adding, but I'm thinking about it. So let's do jump on enemy head feature. Also, I'm going to leave that as a nice to have. So let's see. Let's open the squid enemy. Currently, it's using the script from the enemy, so it's directly using the enemy script. And the spitter character that I made has its own script. I didn't reuse any code here. I just created a script from scratch. So now the question is, do I rewrite this logic, or do I just figure out how to reuse it? Because I'm not too sure on sharing code in GDScript yet. I know you can extend a script, but I don't know. Can you extend multiple scripts? Should I just rewrite the logic here? Should I just add conditions for detection? In that case, why didn't I just do it over here? I just don't know. Let's see, what do I have here? So I've got a particle thing there. Then I've got projectile origin. I've got an attack method. And it calculates the interval, so how often will it attack. Currently it's 3 seconds by default. And once it creates the projectile, it emits some particles. But it's a one-shot particle. Over here, you'll see one shot is turned on, so it just creates like 3 little spit thingies and it disappears. And this I can remove, because I know for a fact this works. So now the question is, do I move this to the enemy script, because I don't know how to combine two scripts. Let's see. GD script, combine multiple scripts. Is it possible? Why do you want to? Because a single script would be too long? Good question. No, each node is a single component and the object is a node tree. Scripts are extending the functionalities of a single node. Good point. Godot's next callback. One script per node. But you can always add more nodes. I personally believe I only see value of multiple organized readability sake. I can speak for GScript and model partial classes, Latin finds and cross. Interesting. Right, make it one script then. But the behaviors are so different, right? I mean, this static enemy is not moving, it's not doing anything. Where the regular enemy is moving, it needs to move left to right, which is this code over here. So I think I'm gonna be lazy and reuse this code by copying it. And then I'll figure out later, making some more technical data, how to do this. It kind of makes me uncomfortable to do that, but I have to do something. So let's go to our enemy script. Open the enemy script. And let's take a look. So the squid needs to have some stuff from the spitter enemy. Enemy spitter particles, enemy spitter enemy. So what I want from here is the origin, detection area, and the particle system. But then importantly, I always forget to do this. We have to say on the area, I'm sure it was, oh, it was the colliders, not the area. On the collider, make unique. Otherwise, if I alter this collider, it's going to alter the collider in the parent where I just inherited from, where I merged from. So always make sure to make your collision shapes unique if you do merge from another scene. Okay, now since I have that in here, so we can use some of this stuff here. So the projectiles, I'm going to have to make my own. Should I just use the same projectile? Yes, I think so. For now, enemy squid is going to drop the same projectile. Let's try and organize some stuff here. Movement. Reload scenes. I'm going to copy this and make a new attack section. And then I need a reference to these. So where are my onReady vars? Nowhere. OnReady. But now I'm gonna have to do a bunch of if checks. Yeah, right. If there is a projection origin, if there is a can attack. Let's do that. Let's make an export variable. Export var can as attack. And let's default that to false. And for the squid, we set that to true. Okay, then let's go steal some of this code again. So enemy squid. This is movement event. This is attack events. So we're gonna reuse this logic of connecting to a player entering that zone. I don't know if there's a shortcut to collapse everything. For now, I'm just gonna assume there isn't. There, delete that empty space. So here are some of the other events. So let's put events over here. So that is, excuse me, I wonder if you can hear my dog drinking water. He must be the loudest water drinker in the world. And let's also link that function. Oliver, what are you doing back there? Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully it's not too loud. Okay, so that's reusing that logic. And then we need to reuse all of this stuff. Goodness gracious. Actually, I could just copy this, right? Enemy squid is actually the enemy script. It's fine. Put it in there. Hello. Copy, paste. I'm going to move the attack to here somewhere. So this can be... Oh, also the create projectile is not a event, so that needs to come out. And then last attacks, I need to keep track of the last attack. Do I have a section for attacks? Not yet. Attack. Var last attack equals 0. Let's see, what else did I have here? Player in range. Sure, I used that somewhere. And now this is where things get a little confusing. This should then change to attack direction and attack direction, so I don't clash with that one. So attack direction, if we go to this. Oh, what's happening here? Why is this always being set to left? That seems like a bug. Because this should then be attack direction. Well, I'll take a look at that in a second. I think I must just have found a bug, but it is working. Curious. Very curious. Let's see if this works. I'm not calling the attack function anywhere. So I need to put this in the process function. So let's do after we find the state. Let's see if we can attack. And let's just give it a test run. Let's see what explodes. This is the best way to test stuff, I guess. Oh, he's... Yeah, right, because it's currently pointing that way. What I do want to do is take the detection area and rotate this, since he'll always be above the player. Can I snap that? And put it like there for now. And projectile origin will be there. Particles will be there. Right, let's give that a test run. All right, so it's sort of working, but it's clearly going the wrong direction. So start direction, enemy squid, attack direction should always be down for this specific enemy. So that should then make him shoot down. Whoa, projectile is facing the wrong way. Nice. Okay, so let's first get him a little bit higher, because I think it's a bit too close. Let's put him there. It's still in the view of the camera. And let's see why that projectile is pointing the wrong way. Do I need to rotate the projectile? So in the attack method, where we create the projectile, we should over here then say, before we activate it, we could do if attack direction equals attack direction dot down, we should rotate. So that means projectile instance dot transform dot rotated angle should be if it's pointing left at 0, it should be 45 minus 45. Well, that would be 270, I think. Oh, played the test level, not the squid. Let's see if that works. That did not work. Rotate. Actually, I shouldn't do it in the attack method. I should do it in the sprite, in the projectile. I shouldn't do it here, right? Because this has nothing to do with the direction. So we need to go to our projectile. And over here, we should rotate the sprite. So if direction equals to direction dot down, our sprite dot transform dot rotated should be 270. Let's just see here. Transform rotation degree. Oh, it is a minus. No, 270 would work as well, right? Look. Yeah, that was right. So the sprite should then rotate. I think that's better rather than doing it. It shouldn't. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's give this a test run on the test level. Let's see what happens. It's still not rotating. It's not rotating. And also, I think I should make this player detection smaller. So when the player moves in and out, it's going to fire again immediately. Or I could just increase the interval. Either one of those could work, because it's every 1 second. And make it bigger first before we go total bonkers here. So let's make it nice and big. Whoops. There. And then I'll look at the rotation in a second. Ooh, yeah, that's mean. Jeez. It might be a bit intense. Also, the particles are going the wrong way. But the particles I can rotate right over here. That doesn't matter. Transform rotation should be 270. And then, at least the particles should be fine. Yeah, right. Now it's right, but I can move the particles down a bit, I think. So let's put the squid particles, and let's put it right there at the bottom. But I guess that's fine. But why is the projectile not rotating? That is the real question. Does the ready fire when this happens? Or does it happen when this? Either way, yeah, it should be rotated because I set the rotation nowhere. Oh, ahaha, right? I got to set it somewhere else. I should maybe have a... I don't want to do it every frame. That seems silly. So maybe I can do a function set rotation degrees, which is a float. It returns nothing. No, but then I have to do the ifs. No, right. So nothing there. Signature doesn't match parent. Void set. Oh, there's already a function called set rotation. Set. Oh, if that's the case, set projectile rotation, and then it seems a bit silly, but that would then mean I could say before we activated projectile instance dot set projectile rotation. It doesn't matter which one I open because it's all the same enemy script. Here we go. So I set the rotation, right? Maybe this will work. No. How come it doesn't work? Because then I'm setting the sprite. Then it should work. Let's try and print in the lifetime of this. Print sprite dot transform dot transform. Will it print the rotation as well? I just don't know. Yeah, it does. So what does all that mean? So let's look at the transform object. So we've got position, something, and scale. Position -2. That doesn't seem right. Oh yeah, because I want to get it there. Actually, when I rotate the sprite, it's going to break the collision, so I shouldn't do that anyway. Should I just rotate the whole thing? Yeah, I think so. I should just set the whole thing's rotation. Set rotation. Set transform. Can I just say rotation? I am totally guessing what to do here. I should probably just do a Google search. That's probably a really... Whoa! That's making it spin. Oh, rotate, right? So that's actually making it rotate. I thought this was going to be an easy one. I really did. Should I just make it a ball instead? Yeah, screw it. Let's do the easiest fix I can think of. Let's avoid all the problems rather than Projectile. Screw that. Make this a round boy. Let's make a new layer because I want to keep the colors. Make a circle. Let's choose this color. There, 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 and there. Choose that color. There, there, there. And let's put this over there. And maybe there. Problem solved. Export, yes, yes. And I've got some folders open here. So that's the artwork folder. This is the game folder. So that should then solve the problem. Easy peasy. Then it doesn't matter what the rotation is. So space game, assets. One thing I still, there's a enemy and a characters folder. You can see it's a little inaccurate. Now, I think we don't care about the rotation. Get rid of that. Enemy script. Don't care about the rotation. That should solve our life's problems. Whoa, that's big. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. We should just set the collision shape on this. And then let's see what it looks like for this guy. Probably too big. Oh. Is the scale changed? Did I change the scale somewhere? Speed activated. Projectile. Transform. Scale is 1. Spitter enemy. Very, very strange. Oh, is it because I changed the scale of the entire enemy squid to 1.5 so that everything changed? Oh, silly me. So if you're new to this like me, if you change the scale on the parent node, it seems to propagate through to even the sprites that are instantiated inside of this. Because I create a projectile over here and I don't alter the scale, but it's still inheriting the scale of the parent. Fun fact. But that's okay. I'm going to leave it like that for now. I think it still looks fine. So that's new enemy. Cool. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to fine tune it more and also not play the wrong state, wrong scene. I do want to get rid of this print because I was testing something with the enemy, but that's all done. I should put this somewhere else, but yeah, screw that. Cool. Oh, wow, that's it. 1 second might be a little too fast, but he looks kind of cool, floating around, ready to. I can still kill him, and then because he's destroyed, these particles disappear. Very nice, very nice. And this guy, cool. All right, happy days. New enemy done. Should I stop there? Yeah, that's 30 minutes. I think that's enough there. So that is a new enemy that can move. Did I have it to do for this even? Am I just doing stuff that's not even on the list again? I knew it. And this is how you can tell you're getting out of scope, right? I didn't log this anywhere, but somewhere I thought this would be a good idea. So new enemy, floating squid. Done. Labels. Not so much design. Mechanic. All right. Let's finish the credit scene. That's going to be easy. Open the credit scene. I started adding some new text. So you can see here if I run this, So I used the 4-season tile set. There's the creator, there's Kenny NL, so I got some sounds from there. I'm not actually using the soundtrack anymore, so I'm going to remove that from this over here. I made some of my own soundtracks using GarageBand, and I'll also be adding some new soundtracks. I'm thinking of getting a bit more of a retro vibe, so I'm either going to use this app over here, Buska, super popular. It still feels a bit overwhelming. I don't know how to use it exactly. I've played around and I know how the bars and arrangements more or less work. I followed the tutorial, but I found this other one. I think it was called Boom something. I call retro bitcore music maker thing. Beatbox, that's it. This is the one. I played around with this and I got some nice sounds from here. So I might either use this one or that one that I just showed you. I still haven't decided. I quite like the sounds of this, and the easy scale made it super easy to get something that sounds good. But I really like the sounds they provided, the square wave and the triangle wave and the square lead. It had a nice sound, where this other one felt a bit harsh, but that's probably because of my lack of knowledge. So I'm going to try and mess around with those. All right, so credit scene, I think, is done. Do I want to put myself there? I don't know. Maybe not. Nah, probably not. I don't think I'll put myself there. So credits done, I would say. I'm going to mark it as done. And then I thought of making an intro scene, just like a black screen with the character's face, saying that he went onto an adventure or a mission. He landed on a spaceship, he got lost, and he has to find his spaceship. That's the idea. That's all he's going to do. So I'm going to make a scene for that. I want to change the level complete scene, and the UI, buttons, and colors need to be enhanced because they look kind of crappy. It needs to have a bit more of a retro pixel feeling to it. Get a more pixel feeling from UI. Because the UI seems kind of smooth compared to the rest of it. I mean, I don't know, right? It's just me. I don't know. It feels a little smooth, like there are square edges there, and I think it can be better than this. Cool. Progress. What else is there? Level design. Oh, I made these. A friend gave me this idea of making dead astronauts as particles that float on the main screen, on the menu screen. I can't remember where I saved it. Dead astronaut, here we go. So I've got this one over here. This sort of standing dead astronaut with some cracks in his helmet, and one that's supposedly sitting. I don't know, it looks like he's sitting. So I've got these two, and I tried to change them a little bit. So I'm going to make them particles, and on this main screen, this menu over here, it's going to have some spacemen floating around. I think that's going to be fun. Interesting that this image, I really thought it would stretch, but it's not stretching. I don't know how to solve that. I'll figure it out. Should maybe center it somehow. Okay, so that's that for this run. I got the new squid floaty working, and I didn't have to write a new script since this is only, it's only 130 lines, so that's fine. I can probably add more code here. I don't want to change this, the spitter enemy script, because he's not moving. So I'm going to leave that like that for now. Cool. So in the next video, I don't know what's going to happen. but I'm hoping to finish this game and publish it before next year. I start a new job in September, so it's going to get a bit rough. So I'm giving myself a little extra time to just design some levels. And yeah, cool. Thanks for popping in. If you made it all the way, congratulations. You win a awesome prize. It'll be shipped to your address. No, of course not really. Thanks very much for watching. Take care.